Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Thomas Chuck channel. Got Mr. Zig here with me today. How are you, Mr. Zig?
Thomas, I'm doing good, buddy. How you doing?
I'm a doing good. We're
Good.
going to do a little different today. We're going to go. Do you remember the old drive-ins?
Drive-in theater?
Drive-in theater.
Where you took your car and you hooked the speaker on the window and you turned it on and when you watched the movies and sort of.
Got to bring
Depends
in
on who
your
you
own
had.
adult beverages.
Depends on who you had with you.
Yeah.
Were you with mom and
Well,
dad
yeah.
or were you with
Yeah.
your girlfriend?
Yeah.
I mean, and maybe you didn't watch the movie as close as you did with your mom and dad.
That's
I'm just
exactly
saying,
Yeah.
they were the high school days.
Right.
For
right.
me, anyway, I mean,
Yeah.
it's going back to the 70s, so,
Back when we had drive-in
yeah,
theater.
Uncle Zig's, a little older than Thomas.
Yes.
Not much, but a little.
Yeah. But back when our hometown had two drive-in theaters.
You had two here in town?
Two here.
Do you
in
remember
town.
the names of them?
I don't remember the names.
Oh, really?
I
don't. When I moved to town here, I think they just had one on 22nd Street. Was there one on 22nd?
There was one on 22nd,
Okay.
and there was one on
Was it Jasper?
Jasper.
Okay, I remember where they were, but I don't remember names of them.
Right.
Don't remember the names.
The one of them now is a rock pit, and
that's right,
on
yeah.
Jasper,
Jasper.
and the other one used to be a local company built. Now they've tore it down, and so it's still occupied, but it does. I don't think it has any buildings on it. But
Is it?
no,
Okay. Yeah.
Well, was
can't
the
remember
one the
exactly what it was.
22nd drive-in? I believe, and I don't remember what the
Was it? Yeah.
Jasper one was.
Yeah. I don't remember the names.
But my God, you're talking probably mid to, about 85, 86, maybe 87 is when those were tore down.
Before they went away back then.
Yeah. So we haven't had a drive-in theater in, God, probably 40 years.
40 years. That's something.
Yeah.
I mean, now back home where I came, we had two also. One was the Skyway. It was off Route 1 between Danville and Westville. And the other one was the Illiana Drive-In.
Really?
And they called it that because it was on the Illinois-Indiana border.
Ah.
So they call it the Illiana Driveway. And I think that some nights they had X-rated movies, which is the first time you experienced X-rated movies.
Oh, wow.
You had to
Yeah,
be a certain age to get in there, and that was
Right.
you know,
Well,
you know,
why
it's a little
did you do
different
like they did back in the old days, and you snuck kids in the trunk?
Oh yeah. Oh, we snuck young adults in the trunk. What are you talking about? We got all of our buddies. We had one guy and one girl, and we shoved as many people we could in the trunk. And you parked in the back row and let everybody out,
Oh,
and
yeah.
then you threw them all in the cars. Yeah. Those were
Yeah, thank God they wasn't.
that's the only
watching
trouble
them
we got
way
into
out.
back then. Okay,
Yeah.
we didn't have any weapons or.
And like you said, they had the speakers where you put in the window to listen. to
Yes,
the
because
music.
the speakers were hung up
Right.
on a post.
Right.
You pulled up to the post and it had a
Right.
wire, like we have a wire right here, and
Yep.
and it hooked onto your. You
Amazing.
rolled down the window.
Rode down
You
the
did.
window.
It was
and
not
then-
automatic.
yeah.
It was
Right,
you had
right.
to roll it
Yeah,
down.
yeah.
And you hung it there. It was.
Yep.
You watched the movie, which, wow.
And
I wish I
nowadays-
could remember the movie. Maybe Jaws.
Yeah.
In my day, was probably one of the bigger movies. That's just celebrated
1975.
50 years.
Yeah.
And even before then, I mean, I can't remember all the movies. But
Right.
that was a Saturday night staple if you didn't have Friday night football going on or stuff like that.
I remember one movie when I was a kid. I believe it was Enter the Dragon. Bruce Lee.
Bruce Lee.
Is that the one? I think that's the one where he fought Chuck Norris.
Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah, I can't remember. I kind of remember that movie, but I don't remember a lot about it.
Yeah, I
But,
remember seeing that at the
Yeah.
drive-in.
Oh, there's always good times. I mean,
Oh, yeah.
that was you got away from your parents, you had the car, you had your girl.
Right.
I mean, what the hell could go wrong?
Right. Right. Well, on today's show, we are going to show a video of a couple in Pennsylvania that bought a drive-in theater, turned it around, actually making a profit off of it. I think that they are still using some of the old technology. I mean, today's drive-in, you don't have the speaker anymore. You have it on your radio to where the frequency is on your AM FM radio now.
Yes.
So, but yeah, let's we're going to go over this just to show people the cost of what these people have experienced and some of the things. I mean, you said think about. I mean, in Pennsylvania, they said that they were going to open up their own drive-in theater, but then realized the cost and the roadblocks that they were going through to even try to open up a drive-in theater.
Mm-hmm.
And I wonder why around here no one has ever tried to. Well, I won't say it hasn't been publicly known that someone has tried to open up.
Not in our
drive-in
city. I mean, we have to go 30 miles to the west,
right?
And there's a drive-in theater there,
right,
to watch.
Yeah, and they have the technology to where it's on your radio. The movie, you have to turn your radio to
certain frequency.
channel.
They tell you what frequency to turn it to, and you play it through your car, basically, like a.
So we thought we'd go over some of this just to give people a chance to look and see the cost and what people have to go through. With everything else in America today, it's a big corporation or they fail.
Yes.
And these people here, they bought their local theater, and they're actually turning a profit and making money off of it now. So I figured we'd share this and comment a little bit about it. So here we go. Let's look at this.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Shankweiler's Drive-In Theater. Our snack bar is open, and we've got our full menu tonight: burgers, hot dogs, fries, funnel cakes, and of course, the best popcorn in the Lehigh Valley. Please double, triple, and quadruple check that all of your headlights and running lights are turned off. Without further ado, on with the show. Shankweiler's was listed for sale off and on for 6 to 7 years.
We were all just very nervous that it was going to get leveled and made into apartments or a warehouse.
I had the qualifications, we had the background, we had the blueprints to redefine the business, so who else was going to do it but us? I'm Matthew McClanahan, and I'm 35 years old.
I'm Lauren McChesney, and I'm 41 years old.
And we're the owners of Shankweiler's Drive-In Theater in Orfield, Pennsylvania. Shankweiler's is a first-run theater. That means we predominantly play brand new movies.
We do a double feature every night.
So in the summer months, we skew to family-friendly programming, a lot of PG and PG-13 movies that bring in large family crowds from both the area and beyond. And in the winter months, as it gets colder and schools open back up, we skew our programming to a more adult audience.
So we have a little something for everybody.
Well, some of our expenses are our utilities and power. That is a huge one, especially given the size of our projection equipment and all of our kitchen equipment drawing a lot of current. Film licensing is the number one. That's really where we spend most of our money. A little bit over 50% of what we earn on ticket revenue goes right back to the studio, and that's the average.
It's about a third of our entire operating expense. Writing a $50,000 payment to a movie studio is still...
It's still a little gut-wrenching. In the summer months, we have a larger crew operating the snack bar, and that adds up. Food cost of goods sold, that fluctuates pretty wildly depending on how popular a movie is, the time of year. With studio payments, it's dependent on how many tickets we sell. So if the studio payment is high, it's because we've earned a lot of money. The mortgage does not change. It does not care if you sold tickets or not. I have a background in film and filmmaking, and Shankweiler specifically, it was my childhood theater growing up. So for me, this is kind of a personal full circle experience. Lauren and I wanted to build our own drive-in. We were hitting a lot of roadblocks with that, but we were learning a lot on the way.
I was still working in healthcare at that point. I was working in marketing for a hospice, and I was very tired of that. So I started going with Matt when he did his mobile shows.
There was a local news article which basically said the owners are looking to sell. They're hoping to keep it a drive-in, but they're entertaining all offers because they were ready to retire.
It was kind of one of those things where we never thought we would be able to afford it. So we would just be like, oh, I hope someone buys it someday.
It was in February that I finally met the owners and the realtor and toured the property. I came home and talked to Lauren, and we just said, okay,
we'll figure it out.
Let's do it.
We scrounged up as much money as we possibly could from every resource.
We were actually very fortunate because the sellers were willing to seller finance a portion of that loan. Since we were able to privately finance out $50,000, that took the SBA loan down to that $1 million flat.
We closed on the drive-in on November 4th, 2022, and we reopened it for business on November 11th, 2022. It's not common for drive-ins to be open year-round on the East Coast, but it's not unheard of.
We're still taking a loss in wintertime operations, but it's less so if you have some revenue coming in versus no revenue at all.
2 weeks after we bought the drive-in, the projector failed spectacularly, and we had to shut down.
We didn't have a tech, we couldn't afford a tech, so I had to learn how to repair it myself.
We didn't have any working capital. We had barely any experience. We had momentum going into it and immediately started to lose that momentum because people thought we were closed for the season. So we had a lot of challenges right off the bat. First year we didn't really pay ourselves.
We paid just enough to put groceries on the table. It wasn't until year 2 that we were able to regularly set money aside each month and pay ourselves a more reliable salary. Shankweiler's is really only profitable, I would say, about 4 months out of the year, and it makes the majority of its revenue within June, July, and August, with July being usually the most profitable month of the year. And that is what carries the theater for the entire rest of the year.
We have certain times of the year, though, that really depend on the movie. Wicked last year, when it came out in November, we had a huge crowd come. So that's a month that normally isn't exceptionally profitable, but became profitable because there was a good movie that people wanted to see.
Obviously, there's a certain level of nostalgic charm. But the 50s snack bar, our classic CinemaScope screen, that is part of the magic of the drive-in experience, and you don't want to modernize that too much, otherwise it loses a bit of that soul that it has.
Matt and I are still very hands-on. We actually get that comment a lot from customers who come and they're like, oh, I thought you were the owners. I didn't realize you actually did things. We have always been doing everything.
I typically arrive at the theater around 2 o'clock. That's when I take inventory and assess what we need to restock. I'll spot clean whatever I think is out of order, and then I'll clean the bathrooms, and then Lauren and I walk the field, get that spruced up. Around then is when crew starts rolling in and opening up the snack bar. At that time, it's around 6:30, and then at 7 o'clock, we'll open the gates. And we're also enhancing going to the movies. And we do that by installing little photo ops that we build, extra decorations. We'll bring in a lot of outside food and drink vendors.
I thought it was going to feel a lot scarier to give up my previous career, but instead I feel like I connect with this a little bit more. When I worked in healthcare, I was there every single day because hospitals don't close. In this position, I can make time to go get coffee with a friend, or I can clear out my schedule for a whole day and just decide this is my recovery day, I'm not going to do anything.
It's a high stress, high reward operation. I question it constantly. But when the movies are playing and you're watching hundreds of people share this amazing experience and they're having a great time and everyone's happy, it's like that weight is just lifted and you realize this is why we're doing it. Because the community is coming together in this space and we're facilitating something really special.
So that the cost of running one of those is looks like quite a bit. What?
Well, yeah, I didn't
400
realize you had to pay so much to the studio to
That's
run the movies. Over half of your
yeah,
income basically goes to the studio. That
right.
You need them to run the movies, obviously. But I
Right.
didn't realize. I'm sure the movies are less. Older movies you get that are rerun, but they said they run first run movies basically.
Right.
Newer ones. You know,
Yeah,
keep
they
it, keep
try
it
to,
fresh.
yeah.
You know, and I'm sure they have some nights where they probably run old. It's old time night. You know, we're gonna have this or that
Yeah,
on. Or,
Field of Dreams or something
something like that.
going.
Exactly, or kids night where they just have some kids
Right.
movies. But yeah, it's pretty cool. See people step out and say. I was impressed when the guy had to fix the projector
Yeah,
on his own. Had
Yeah.
to learn how to do that. I'm like,
Didn't
wow.
have the money to do it.
Yeah.
But it goes to show, America will. They hear people. I would have been scared to death. I'd have talked myself out of buying something like that.
Well, actually, after,
For
like
$1
I said,
million
after like 2 weeks later, the projection breaks.
Yeah.
Now you're like,
Yeah,
well, shoot, who do we call now?
yeah.
I mean, and
And
the guy
after-
dove right in and, well, I'll fix it myself.
I have to.
Now, I'm
do
not
it
a Mr.
myself.
Fix It man, but that's pretty cool that the guy
Yeah.
would just say, well, I got a little experience in this and I'll figure it out.
Yeah.
Which is
And I
cool.
did notice on one of the shots that they had
Uh-huh.
that they are up to date. I seen that it said like radio, turn your radio to 90.7
Oh, yeah.
or something like that. Yeah.
But I think they might have them on the pole also. It might be a
Right.
whatever you want to use. We'll run it through this, or you can
Right.
use your car. But
I mean,
that's pretty cool.
I would think that in the wintertime, turning your radio on, so that way if it's
Oh yeah,
30 degrees out, at least you have your windows up there or the heat
Keep
going.
it going. I was kind of surprised that they stayed open through the winter. But I mean,
That's something.
like he said, any revenue is
Some revenue.
some revenue. We can run Christmas,
Right.
and we've got snow on the ground maybe here in Pennsylvania, and it just feels the charm of it. And you're outside, and
Right.
the whole idea is get them in the gate. The kids,
Exactly.
sometimes might not pay attention to the whole movie, and other times, they're just, but you're just trying to get them in there. But that's cool. That is a cool
Yeah.
story.
Yes. Yeah, and glad to see that they're making it. I mean,
Yeah.
they're in July, that 1 month takes care of the whole year.
Yeah,
Wow.
better be a good month. Yeah,
Yeah,
you
buddy.
better hope. But and then they have like craft shows and car shows, and
Right.
they're branching out a little bit with different ideas, and like like Eddie Bunny, 36,000 a year between the two of them. No, well, I don't know how far that goes in. I think that was Orfield, Pennsylvania, or
Yeah.
wherever that was. I'm
Yeah.
not sure how far that's going to go, but God
Lehigh
bless them
or
for
something,
trying it.
Pennsylvania.
It's pretty
Yeah.
cool, pretty damn cool.
And the thing that got me is that it was in a neighborhood.
Yeah.
You can see the houses.
You see
around. Boy,
houses
you would think.
on the outside of it. But then look at it this way, Thomas. If it does fail, you still own land that maybe somebody might want to redevelop on. someday.
That's
So
true.
you might be able to recoup some of your, you hope it don't fail if that's what you really want to do. But, and they're young enough, 35 and 41 years old, that they can do this for 30 years. And, if they want to, try and keep the nostalgic times alive, which, how it is these days. I don't know if kids are like, well, let's go to the drive-in. I'm not sure. I think it's going to be more the parents taking the youngins to something that they've never seen before.
Well, and that's what he said during the summer months. They have more for kids. Than the adults. And then
you don't have kids in school, obviously,
right.
summertime and stuff like that. But
you go more for the PG-13.
Exactly. Yeah. That's pretty cool. That's really cool story.
Yeah. But man, that's a lot to get a movie, to purchase a movie to show at your location.
Seems like a lot of money. But I guess, you gotta pay them movie stars.
Boy.
Them big salaries, Tom.
Yeah.
They're not working for free.
No. No, they're not.
I think they're working for too much, some of them, but
yeah,
that's me. But
some of them are way overpriced.
Yeah, things seemed a little bit just bobbled there a little bit.
But then again, if I say I want $50 million to make your movie, and someone says okay, well then, okay.
Yeah, you're not going to turn it down, are you?
Yeah,
no. Okay,
good deal.
Yeah, once you get that name recognition, you're like,
right?
Well, okay, I can say 3 lines. What the hell?
Yeah.
And you're going to pay me what? Oh, ooh, wow, okay. And you'll get a check every time the damn movie's on 30 years from now. You're like, 30 years. Wow.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the way they're doing it now. And of course, some people actors way back in the day, they didn't have that in their contract.
Yeah. Now they're a lot smarter and a lot like, hey, I can make this go a long way.
Well, and I think too that a lot of the lawsuits for those that didn't have that, like the Andy Griffith Show. Andy Griffith Show has never been off the air. Since 1960.
That's something. Oh
since 1960, it has been on the air.
65 years.
Yeah. And then repeats, all of the reruns, and they, I don't believe they had it in the contract that they get paid for all of that. But then after lawsuits, I think now
said, hey, you've got to pay these people something. Yeah.
Right.
At the TV lands who bought the rights to show it and this and that. And
right.
Yeah, that's God bless them.
Who would have thought, though? Back in their day, who would have thought? Who would have thought that Andy Griffith and Don Knotts would have said, "We want, in case the movie rerun, then we want it. We want money, certain percentage of that."
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
because you think, well, of course they had it in their deal where they thought they talked to one another, and Andy told Barney Andy told Don that I'm only going to do this about 5 years. After that, I'm out. So that's what Don Knotts did. He said, well, so 1965 rolls around, and he felt bad because I guess there wasn't a set down, and Don went off and got a contract to make the movie.
Yeah.
And then Andy says, I think I'm going to stick around. Well, I've already committed.
Yeah.
I thought you said you were going to leave after 5 years.
Yeah.
And so, so that's why and a lot of people prefer those as the color episodes.
Right. Exactly.
And those wasn't as good as when Don was on there.
Right.
But now Don had made a couple appearances on the colored.
Did
episode.
he? Yeah.
And I think one of the episodes he won an Emmy.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
but some shows need to be black and white.
Yeah,
you can just tell by watching.
Yeah.
You're like, this doesn't look good in color.
Yeah, and that was one of them. All the good episodes were from 60 to 65.
Oh, yeah. But that's a good story.
Right.
That is a hell of a story, really. I mean, take that chance. You got to dive in, take that chance. You live once, buddy.
Right.
You live once. You just say, we can make this work. It's going to be a lot of work, and you know what? But make this happen.
Right. And behind the scenes, you don't. Okay, so you struggle to get $50,000, but yeah, we could borrow the million. Yeah, what are you using for collateral? Who?
Well, yeah,
Who?
they go with all that.
They never did get into that part
yeah,
of
so,
it.
yeah. So.
But they just the good story is that it is working.
Yeah.
It's working,
Sure.
and they're going. Looks like they're going to make something.
Yeah.
You know what? Like, didn't it say something about $447,000 a year to run it and pay employees and electric and all of that stuff?
Yeah.
And it shows there that they're making $550,000 a year. So they're
doing okay.
They're coming out with a profit.
Okay. You got the YouTube. Get your name out there. It gets, and gets the advertising. And I don't know what's near that area in Lehigh Valley. I don't know if there's other drive-ins they're competing with, or
maybe they're all by themselves.
Or maybe they're by themselves somewhere, and somebody said, "Hey, we're going to buy this, and we're going to try this." And it doesn't look all that oversized big. It's
300?
Yeah, 300 cars that they can fit in there. So.
Right.
Pretty cool story.
Right.
I admire people that take a chance, stick their neck.
They took a chance, and it looks like it's going to pay off for them. Yeah. In an industry that is, the drive-in theater, boy, it has went to the wayside. I mean, that's just not heard of.
Yeah.
I mean, now here, like you said, in our hometown, we don't have one. We don't have one at all. Had two, but back in the 80s, they got rid of those. And then 30 mile away, there's one. It has two screens. Two or three screens. Two screens, I think.
Yeah.
But it ain't the same. I mean, I have you ever been over to the?
Never been over there. It's kind of interesting when you think about it. You look over there and you go, that's where the drive-in is. Now, I don't know if these two are connected, but what's right next door to it?
Yeah, skating
ring, roller. Yeah, right. Yeah, skating
and a little amusement park.
Yeah, an amusement park. Right. So it's kind of cool area, really. They've got a little bit of everything there. I mean,
right. Yeah.
Yeah, we mean roller skating, not ice skating.
Right.
There's a rink there for roller skating.
Those are gone from here.
Yeah. It's just kind of interesting. Like you said, then they have a amusement, kind of amusement water park right next door to it.
But
it's kind of a neat area, really.
Now, roller rinks is something that I don't know. Could you imagine the insurance that you have to pay to have people in there? What if somebody falls, breaks an arm or a wrist or something?
I don't know how that. I don't know if you have to sign a waiver before you go in and things.
Yeah,
I'm not
you
sure
would
how
think.
that works.
But
I haven't been on roller skates in years, Walker.
With the laws today, even if you sign a waiver, they'll probably find you responsible.
Find a reason to have something in the way that you bumped into, and next thing you know, you're down. I
don't recall that when I was younger, ever going in there to skate and sign.
No, I don't know. We didn't do that. No, not back in the day. Right. We didn't have one in my hometown. It was in Danville. We had skating parties through school. It was great. My God, you got to hold you thought it was your girlfriend's hand as you skated, until she ran off and skated with somebody else holding their hand, and you're like, what the hell happened here? You realize, damn, that wasn't going anywhere. But and everybody's in line with the cute little girl to hold her hand, and all the others are on the side going, why don't you want to skate with us? Yeah, I know. Sorry, honey, but
we had ours had the big skating rink, and then there was a small skating rink for learners.
Oh, really?
And what we would do is we would get out there and we get on that big rink and get going and get the momentum, and then shoot off onto the carpet, onto the little.
Oh, shame on you guys.
Yeah.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah.
Oh, those were the days.
Yeah, it was fun.
God. Oh my God.
It was a lot of fun. I mean, like you said, boy, of course we were young then, hitting our asses on the ground didn't hurt as much as it would now.
Yeah, it didn't. Yeah. Yeah, you
Yeah.
fall down now, it hurts no matter what you
Oh
fall
yeah.
down on.
Well, I'd
Jeez.
probably be like that commercial. I've fallen and I can't get up.
Yep, that's where that came from, I think. Yep, I know
Yeah.
that feeling now. Yep,
Yeah.
I need help here. Need help. Yep.
So I think the thing about this video here is to just let everybody know that, hey, there is a chance. I mean, if you want to take a chance on something, then it's working for these people.
Yeah. And I'm sure a lot of
Yeah.
people take chances out there.
Oh, yeah.
It's just
Yeah.
a lot of them, you hear about the ones that are success stories.
Right.
But there's
There's
I'm sure
a lot
there's
of
plenty
failures.
that go south,
Oh yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
pretty fast.
But
you know,
that's
that's just-
all what business is about.
Yeah.
You know, that's what business is about
Yeah.
right there.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, it is something. So, well, all right, everybody. This is going to be a short, sweet one. So, we will see you guys later. And thanks for watching the Thomas Chuck channel. Please like and subscribe. All righty. Thank you.